hello my little lambs, it's me, Phoebe, and we're back with another redesign. I had already filmed this audio for this video, but my mic turned off halfway through because I don't think I charged it. So this time I charged it. I charged it last night, so hopefully it doesn't shat itself on me, you know? But today we're looking at Osana Najimi's redesign. And if you saw my Sardonyx redesign video, then you'll know that I had no fucking clue what to do with Osana. Like, literally, like, my mind came to a blank, and then I was having a realization. I was, my neurons, like, locked in, my brain cells, they decided to rub together, and then I said lesbian. So, so I really hope that this really, like, lesbian conveys in her. I personally think it does, but I don't know if it would for you guys, but just very like So anyways, I just like essentially for the redesign I like took away freaking her pigtails. I took that away. I gave her like hair down with a little braid. I don't know. I just kind of made her more like, I guess, hyper femme. And then my idea is that Raiburu is her butch, and they're together, and they're lesbians, and they're in love. Okay, that's my redesign. That's in my canon. And that Osana thought she was in love with Taro Yamada because, she was like raised that way, kind of like, oh, I need to be with a man. No, bitch, what you need to do is be with a woman, which is Raiburu, who would do anything for you. I essentially already read the wiki, so like I already know what's up. Yeah. Because I was just like, because I read the whole thing and I was studying over my words like I usually do. And, so, but now, yeah, hopefully my mic doesn't turn off this time. And yeah, so my redesign is more hyper femme, lesbian, and I was originally going to draw like the, what's that thing that most, I guess, stereotypical like lesbians have, like the carabiner, if that's how you say it, carabiner, something like that. I don't know. I was gonna have one of those, but like shaped in a heart, and then I was gonna give Raiburu one, like a normally shaped one, but it couldn't really fit anywhere on this design really that I was drawing. So just imagine she has that, guys. Just imagine she has that. Don't worry. I like the design for Raiburu is gonna be cunty. So yeah, I just made her more like feminine looking, just kind of I don't know, I really changed it up from like how she's like originally designed. I took away the polka dots. I'm sorry, I took away the polka dots and I gave her more of like floral that matched with like her little socks and stuff, her knee-high socks. Well, more like thigh high, but like just up kind of above the knee. Yeah, and like also too, like knowing like why she like keeps her hair in like long like two ponytails and stuff. I decided to kind of still implement that, but like, after her lesbian awakening, after she realizes that she really likes women instead of men. Yeah. And I'm sorry that there's no cat motif. I did not know that she liked cats so much. Like, I guess I knew from Kalimara's like redesign video of Osana, where she kind of emphasized like cat-like features into her redesign of Osana, but I didn't know she liked it this much because in the wiki it gets kind of ridiculous. But yeah, just made her hyper femme lesbian, and that her butch is gonna be Raiburu. That's my canon. Okay, guys, that's my canon. So if you're new here, we read the wiki just so that we learn more about the characters. And yeah, I think this time, since I already read this, I'm not gonna read like the schedule and stuff that she has, because I see no really point in that, if that makes sense. I don't know if I did that for any of the other like Kizana and Asu. Well, they're not really implemented into the game yet, but I don't know if I did that. But Osana's is already like so long because she's already technically implemented into the demo. And I don't know, I see no point in that because I don't think I'm ever gonna play the game on my channel. I don't have a PC to even play it, nor do I want to play it. I have no desire. So yeah. But yes, Osana Najimi, let's go ahead. Her role is a rival. She's in class 2-1. She has no club, she is in no club. Her persona is Lovestruck, Loner in Mission Mode, Tsundere, according to the official website, from October 16th, 2016 to October 18th, 2017, which I don't know why they would change, considering that she is one. Like, she could still be a Tsundere, but it doesn't persona. I don't know what the fuck is up with like the persona like thing, to be honest. Like, I see no point in that. Your character should like be more than just like love struck, loner, tsundere, you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. Reputation, she's plus 33 overall, liked 60 plus, respected 30 plus, and then feared 10 plus. Her crush is Taryamada and Kuji Konogawa if match made. Her strength is very weak. She appears week 1 as she is the first rival, and her voice actress is Brittany Lada, or was. I don't know if that voice actress is still with the game, because I believe most of the voice actors, if not all of them, were volunteers or something like that. I don't know. You would have to research on that, because it's been a while since I watched really any videos considering the subject. Anyways, Osana Najimi is the first rival and one of the female students who currently attends Academy. Her appearance: Osana has shocking orange eyes and sunset orange hair tied into twin tails, reaching her knees, with the ends of her hair fading into a light blonde ombre. I'm not reading that part. She is 158 centimeters tall and is about 5'2". And if you don't know, what we don't read is in my Asu Rito video. So go ahead and watch that if you're interested in other redesigns of all the Yandere Simulate characters. Well, not all of them, but if you guys do want to see one, feel free to comment down below. She wears the default female uniform with salmon pink scrunchies tied gifted. What the fuck am I reading? She wears the default female uniform with salmon pink hair scrunchies gifted by Daiburu Fumetsu, thigh-high stockings, and we don't need to know that. That's disgusting that we need to know that, actually. I don't know why we need to know that. Well, with Yandere Dev, fucking perv. Let's just say that for a fact. I don't give a fuck. Come for me. I don't give a fuck. And has a red bow on the left side of her head unless customized. Her phone case is salmon pink with white polka dots. If her task is completed, her case will have an orange cat charm hanging off of it. If the player has Kuji Konogawa give her accessories during matchmaking, Osana wore a dark red hair clip with a cat face, a dark orange cat-themed bracelet on her left wrist, a black choker with a cat face, and a white cat paw-shaped ring on her right ring finger. I didn't know she liked cats that much. I would have incorporated it into the design, but I didn't. Hyperfem. But I don't know, I feel like cats are kind of lesbian creatures, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I love dogs more than I love dogs, and I don't know if I'm a lesbian. I'm kind of questioning right now, so, If Osana is eliminated peacefully and still attends Academy, she will appear in subsequent weeks with shoulder-length bob cut in reference to her conversation with Taryamada on Thursday before school. She also wears a salmon pink ribbon. When outside of school, Osana wears casual clothing similar to these outfits, and it's like kind of linked, but it's like not, there's no picture next to it, but always incorporates stockings in some way. Before September 1st, 2025 build. Right now it's September 5th. Did I read this? No, I don't think so. Wait, what? Okay. Before September 1st, 2025 build, if Osana was eliminated peacefully and still attends Academy, she would appear in subsequent weeks with her hair in small twin tails on the back held by red bows and salmon pink lobe earrings with white polka dots. She loves polka dots in her redesign, or not in the redesign, but in her original design. Like polka dots on the scrunchies, stockings. Like, girl, give it up. Give it up, you can't win. Personality. So there's like quotes right here, and I'm gonna read this one from the official website. Osana and Senpai have been close friends ever since they were young children. They have always lived next door to each other and have always walked to school together. Despite their closeness, Osana is quite rude and harsh towards Senpai. She's always easily irritated and quick to anger when he is around. The reason for this behavior is because Osana has developed romantic feelings for Senpai, but she's afraid of letting him know how she truly feels about him. If she doesn't want him to know how she really feels about him, so she is really mean to him at every opportunity. However, her true desire is to confess her feelings to him underneath the cherry tree behind the school, and if nothing stops her, that day will come very soon. And then a description from Info-chan. Senpai's childhood friend may be a victim of blackmail, has a stalker. Crazy. Yeah. That's it from Info-chan and then the official website. And then among the personas that are currently implemented into the game, Osana is love-struck. If she witnesses a murder, she will run to Taro Yamada and inform him that Ayano Aishi is a murderer, which causes an automatic game over. If she finds a corpse, she will run to Taro and tell him there's a murder on campus, they'll run out of the school and call the police. She will happily pose for the camera if Ayano aims her phone at her. Osana will only agree to go to the matchmaking spot or follow Ayano if she has a high reputation and Raibaru is not around, suggesting that she doesn't trust others easily. Osana will also refuse to follow Ayano if she is a delinquent, but she can still be intimidated into doing other favors. If Raibaru is missing or dead, Osana's walking animation will change. She will mourn the death of her friend in the plaza and after class. She cannot participate in physical fights against murders unless she witnesses Ayano murder Raibaru, Fumetsu, or Kuji Konogawa if they were match made. In mission mode, Osana is a loner. If she witnesses a murder or sees a corpse, she will flee school and call the police. Her reaction to Ayano's phone is the same as in story mode, which is kind of weird, essentially, if she's like, you know, like a loner, like in mission mode. I don't know. That doesn't really make any sense to me, that she would react that way, but I don't know, I guess, you know, friendly. I don't know. Osana is based on the tsundere character trope found in Japanese and anime manga. She acts hostile and irritable towards Taro to conceal her romantic feelings for him, although her true personality appears to be kind and friendly as she acts towards other students. She tends to softly speak of her affections in between her aggressive outbursts towards him, also frequently expresses her kinder side during her events. Although this side is commonly seen with Taro, it also pops up in other situations, like if she gets an answer wrong in a conversation. Additionally, she also uses profanity when she's angry. Osana's embarrassing secret is that she used to write fan fictions where she reminisces boys from her favorite anime. According to Kokoro Momota, whose username was the Ginger Ninja on fansmut.jp, which is kind of crazy. That's true. I still write fan fiction to this day. Y'all will never know who I am on these fan fiction writing sites, but just know I'm out there. Just know. Some of them haven't been updated in like years, so I apologize for that. If to all my readers actually who do read the fan fictions I write, but don't know that it's me, I'm so sorry. There was like an or on when I was writing, and I was like, oh my god. I haven't updated that bitch in years, like so long. Anyways. She's implied to be self-conscious and worrisome as she often speaks to Raibaru on the topic of romantically pursuing Taro, unsure whether or not she has been too desperate or too harsh with him. However, Osana will willingly follow Ayano if she has a high reputation, even if Ayano has only spoken to her to complete her task. Although this behavior suggests that Osana easily believes her fellow students, it is considered unusual that she exhibits gullibility despite her implications of issues with trust. For these same reasons, it is unknown why Osana has become good friends with Raibaru even though they only met last school year. Which in my canon, Taro, Osana, Raibaru, and I guess Hanako have all been friends, and Raibaru has always been pining for Osana, but then Osana thought she was straight, and then, you know, the rest is history. They're together in my mind. In my canon, okay, guys? In my mind. While her hot-tempered and abrasive behavior is exclusively towards Taro due to her feelings for him, she can occasionally act tsundere towards others in other scenarios, such as getting a question wrong in casual conversation, trying to hide her embarrassment with defensive response. Even if it isn't her intention to hurt anyone's feelings, depending on Kuji's response during the matchmaking, she will reveal to him that she is She's concerned about the impression she makes on people. Despite this, she's a friendly person under normal circumstances. She rarely loses her temper. She also has slightly above strength, which it doesn't make sense because earlier it was very weak and now she has slightly above strength. Pick a fucking side. As she can kick a vending machine if the machine is tampered with, attempt to restrain the killer who murdered Naibaru, and be helpful with her filing ability in a zombie apocalypse. Now, girl, if you're very weak, how the fuck are you gonna help in a zombie apocalypse? She's not Carol. She's not Carol from The Walking Dead, bitch. Osana appears to be a popular student due to her high reputation. She's close friends with Naibaru and is seen sunbathing with the bullies. She states during her confession that many boys will ask her out, and suggesting that she is also considered attractive. Osana is likely to follow into the Gyaru subculture, which I wish I did implement into this, because I honestly feel like I should have known that, but especially because Gyaru has been gaining more popularity. Maybe I could have given her that pose too, but I didn't. So drawing board. If you guys want to see me redesign the bullies, I know there's a person that has already done it, and their designs are super cute, super fun. I loved it. But still, if you guys would like to see my take on Gyaru on the bullies, then I guess comment down below. If someone slapped Osana, she would get angry at the person and retaliate by slapping the back. Osana made club lists for the entire game, but if she ever did join a club, she would join the cooking club, light music club, sports club, or the gardening club, which I remember I did say in the recording before it shut off that I thought she would be in the gardening club, which I feel like she should be. If Osana saw the bullies bullying a student, she would intervene and tell the bullies to stop. Background: Osana is an only child. Yandere Dev doesn't imagine her mother to be a tsundere. Osana and Taro attended the same middle school. They live right next to each other. They also have known each other for over a decade. So have her and, and Naibaru, because hello, I am making it stick that they've known. That's in my canon, guys. In my canon. Her routine, which I'm not reading because it's actually really long for no reason. Yeah, it's crazy. Osana cleaning the ground September 1st, 20. How did I not see this the last time? What the fuck? That's crazy. Anyway, her task. This favor requires the little cat charm, whatever. It's like there's like a picture. Osana lost her cat-shaped phone charm in the hedge maze. Find it and return it to her. To complete Osana's task, the player can visit the center of the hedge maze located in the east side of Akademi's exterior area and grab the missing cat charm using the ARB key, which can later be found through the player's inventory app. This phone charm will not spawn unless the player has accepted Osana's task. Topics: The topics Osana is negative/positive/neutral towards are as follows. She's positive about cooking, music, sports, gardening, cats. Negative: drama, occult, science, video games, and violence. I don't know, I would imagine her to be kind of a gamer. I'm not even gonna lie. Miscellaneous. Her favorite song genre. According to her Friday event with Taro, Osana's favorite music genres are J-pop and J-rock. Videos and TV shows. She watches cat videos. Interesting. See, I didn't know she liked cats that much. Like, to where she just like kind of does like only like cat videos and stuff, and like all these like cat accessories. Like, that's crazy. You would think she would have some motif of that in her design, but she doesn't. You essentially have to find that out for yourself, which I guess is okay, but it also could just like nod off to it a little bit, like, I don't know. Skills. Out of all the rivals of the 2020 something edition, Osana ranks number 5 in intelligence and general competence. Social media content. Osana started to write yaoi fanfictions about boys from her favorite anime at 12, and still continues to do so. According to Kokoro, her username was the Ginger Ninja on fansmut.jp. If she were an influencer, she would post cute cat videos. Favorite food. Osana's favorite food is crepes that come in a cone. Favorite color. While her trademark color is probably orange, her favorite color is salmon or persimmon pink, like her scrunchies and stockings. Collection. Osana would collect cat-related things. Romantic partner preferences. Osana finds tan skin, glasses, ponytail, piercings, and intelligence attractive in boys. She also prefers boys who use cute and intelligent compliments instead of vulgar ones. Career preferences. Her future career is being a veterinarian if she decided to become one because of her love of cats. I don't know. I'm like reading her romantic partner preferences, and all I could just think about is just like in all caps, if I were to rewrite this, just lesbian. Just lesbian. Relationships. Taro Yamada. Osana and Taro have been close friends for years. Osana first met Taro at the local playground where all the neighborhood kids went to play. Osana, Taro, and Hanako all played together when they were younger as a result of being childhood friends with Taro. They have no initial interaction in-game like most rivals. Osana has a crush on Taro and will confess her feelings to him. On the Friday of the first week, they regularly spend time together, meeting in the morning and lunch every day. Despite being his childhood friend, Osana prefers to refer to Taro as senpai instead of his name. According to Yandere Dev, Osana is enamored with the concept of having a senpai at school and falling in love with him. It's not exactly a fetish, but it's a concept she finds to be super romantic. It is probably inspired by an anime she watched or an Otome game she played. In reality, she uses senpai honorific with him because it's part of her romantic fantasy of falling in love with an upperclassman. When Taro told her that she could refer to him by his first name, Taro-kun, instead of senpai, she refused to do so, coming up with the excuse that she didn't want people to think they were close friends to hide the reality of her true intentions. If another girl hits on Taro, even if he doesn't reciprocate, Osana will feel a little jealous. If Osana entered a relationship with Taro, she would give him tough love. She would lecture him about leading a carefree life and encourage him to pursue a career that involves one of his interests that would eventually lead him to become an author or horticulturist. Don't know what that is. I'm gonna be straight up. If all the rivals were in the school on the same week, Osana would probably end up with Taro. That's kind of crazy. Like, Osana, of all people, even though she, like, bullies people and is not, like, typically kind towards him. I don't know. Me personally, I'd hold a grudge. Me personally. If Taro knew who killed Osana, he would want to see that person in prison immediately. If Ayano eliminated Osana in a non-lethal way, such as befriend, then Osana will not communicate with Taro for, like, 10 weeks. If they do talk during those 10 weeks, she will give only short and dry answers. That's kind of crazy. Raiburu Fumetsu. Raiburu and Osana have been best friends since before the start of week 1. They spend all their time together, never separate from one another, despite only meeting 1 year ago. Raiburu follows Osana everywhere she goes and will watch Osana's interactions with other students. She will instantly apprehend Ayana if she attempts to murder her or Osana, so Ayana has to use a clever strategy to get her out of the way. She serves as a great obstacle for Ayano. She will also react negatively when Ayana gossips about Raiburu. Osana will attack Ayano if the latter kills Raiburu in front of her. In Mishimoto, Osana and Raiburu are not friends anymore because they fought. According to Yandere Dev, Raiburu probably made a remark that Osana interpreted as insensitive over Taro's death. She probably didn't even say anything that bad, but Osana overreacted at something small because she was emotional about her childhood best friend's demise, or something along those lines. However, Raiburu didn't like to see her friend being so sad, as Osana was depressed over Taro's death. So Raiburu tried to give her helpful advice, like Osana had to move since it had been a year since after his death, but she took offense to that. Besides, move on, since it'd been a year since after his death, but she took offense to that. Besides, Osana values Raiburu more than her cat just because she is a human. Osana understands that human life is more valuable than animal life. Osana Stalker, which his name is Sutemi Okada. Okada? I would say so. I don't know, guys. I am not Japanese. I don't know how to pronounce certain shit sometimes, so don't come for me, y'all. Osana Stalker Sutemi is crazily obsessed with Miyuki, a famous anime girl who just so happens to look like Osana. Sutemi thinks that Osana can be the conduit to Miyuki entering the real world, so he kidnaps Kika to blackmail her. His obsession with Osana is to the point where he has a small photo of her on his phone, which there's a picture of her there. It's her blushing or something. I don't know. They couldn't do like some other art, like, the artist for this couldn't have drawn like another picture of like Osana just kind of like, laughing from like a distance, something, bro. You had to literally use like the official illustration, which I guess is okay, but like to save time, but it's also just kind of like, hello, you're her stalker. Be a better one. I don't know. Despite Osana saying she would report Sutemi Okada to the police, she simply went to his parents, Mr. Okada and Mrs. Okada, and told them about their son's behavior. The parents didn't want to escalate the situation by involving the police, so they profusely apologized for their son's behavior, all while begging Osana not to call the police and reassuring her that they would not let him get away with something similar again. Completing the Death Demon's ritual revealed that Osana fantasized about murdering Sutemi. However, she wouldn't actually kill him, only daydreams about it. Others. Hanako Yamada. Osana, Taro, and Hanako played together when they were children. Osana might be the only person that Hanako would be willing to give her brother to, since she wouldn't see Osana as competition, a threat, or an enemy. Hanako would be very sad if Osana died. In the future, Yandere Dev may add Osana and Hanako talking to each other in the latter's weeks. Kuji Konogawa. Osana Sooner is Kuji, as of the demo, Ayano can matchmake Osana with him. However, completing the Death Demon ritual will reveal he likes her only for her looks and not her personality. Because of Kuji's views on Osana, Yandere just said they may break up eventually. If she matches with Kuji, she will tell him about her problems with her stalker. He will go to his house. Sutemi will chicken out, return Kika, and never bother Osana again. If she witnesses Ayano kill Kuji while she's matchmade, she would try to apprehend her. If she saw Kuji's corpse, she would mourn the death of her lover in the way Taro does, without any dialogue. Her cat. Osana deeply cares for Kika. Her cat. Ayano can save Kika from Sutemi to befriend her or betray Osana. Info-chan. During Ayano's first conversation with Info-chan, the latter states that she wants to see Osana suffer, suggesting that Info-chan feels a deep hatred towards Osana, although there's a possibility that Info-chan just simply likes to see people suffer. Coconut Haruka. Coconut and Osana don't interact with each other very often, but they've been friendly every chance they've interacted. Osana's other friends. Osana has many friends besides Raiburu and Taro, but none of them attend academy. They spend time together on weekends or online. The bullies. Osana gets the impression that they're distasteful people and actively participate in bullying. However, she doesn't have the full idea of them. Trivia. Her name is a play on words Osana Najimi, which means childhood friend. Osana was released in the August 31st, 2020 build, along with the official demo of Yandere Simulator. In the manga series, Komi Can't Communicate has a character by the same name, similarly a childhood friend. There is no relation between these characters other than their names originating from the same Japanese pun. Ryoba's postcard on the first week hints at eliminating Osana via rejection. However, it is not officially confirmed yet if story mode rivals will each have a canon elimination method. Her original look in early versions of the game was almost identical to Raiburu Fumetsu. Osana's design was inspired by anime characters such as Asuka Langley Soryu from Neon Genesis Evangelion and Rin Tosaka from Fate/Stay Night. Her twin tails and stockings in particular were inspired by Mitachu Matsushima from The Fruit of Grisea. She's the second tsundere character to be introduced by Yandere Dev, the first being Tsundere-chan from Gudere Simulator. Yandere Dev has said that Osana Najimi is Tsundere-chan with an actual design that had effort put into it. Jesus Christ, why is it so hard to read? At one point, Yandere Dev considered splitting Osana into two characters, a gentle childhood friend with rival Chan's appearance, and a tsundere childhood friend. They wouldn't have been sisters, however, that would mean eliminating one might affect the other so strongly that she couldn't consider dating. In the final game, Osana may tease Taro about how he stands under the cherry blossom tree all day, a reference to how long rival Chan was under the cherry tree. Osana will not be able to get harassed by the bullies if her reputation is below 33 or low enough. This is because the bullies fear Raiburu's presence, so they will only harass and bully Osana if Raiburu's absent. Osana's birthday is on August 31st. If the player kills Osana just a few steps away from Raiburu, as long as it's within 4 meters, Raiburu will deduce that the sound is sound of a physical struggle. It's a physical fucking struggle for me to fucking read. In Osana's direction is clearly the sound of Osana being murdered and react accordingly. In an email, Yandere Dev has answered that if Osana wasn't in Japan, she'd be in Ireland. Osana's lines were originally meant to say baka as opposed to idiot, but Yandere Dev assumed that the voice actor found it cringe, blending Japanese and English words, and substituted her own words. And that is it for the freaking wiki. But if you do want to read the routine, it's all gonna be there. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this redesign. And I hope you guys think it's as cute as I do. Originally, I didn't know how I felt about this design. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's still not up to like the standards where I could have it, but you know, it's something. You know, it's there, and I actually really enjoy it. But yeah, maybe one day I'll like, I don't know, maybe redesign this, see if I could implement something more. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with how it looks right now, and then I hope, manifesting, that it's gonna be Naibaru next who I redesign. But if not, then you know, we'll get to her eventually. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do all that good stuff. You want to follow me on all my other social media, it'll be in the description down below, as it always is. Yeah. Anything else you'll find in the description. I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next one of whatever I make. Peace out, you guys.